The BMW 7 Series has always been the North Star of the BMW lineup, a rolling laboratory where the brand debuts its most daring technologies before they trickle down to the 3 Series or the X5. With the arrival of the 2026 i7, that mission has evolved. For the first time in nearly 50 years of history, the flagship is no longer defined by the number of cylinders under the hood, but by the sophistication of the electrons flowing through its floor pan. The 2026 i7 is not merely an electric version of a gas car, it is the core of the G70 generation's identity. BMW's power of choice strategy means the i7 shares its bones with its internal combustion siblings, yet it is the i7 that truly fulfills the 7 Series promise of effortless, silent, and monumental progress. In 2026, the i7 stands as a defiant statement against the jelly bean styling of some competitors, opting instead for a monolithic, imposing presence that demands attention. Design philosophy, the monolithic presence. When you first encounter the 2026 BMW i7, its scale is the first thing that registers. Measuring over 212 inches in length, it is strictly a long wheelbase proposition. BMW designers moved away from the sleek, low-slung profiles of the past to create a monolithic silhouette. The high beltline and vertical front facade give it a stature more akin to a Rolls-Royce than a traditional sports sedan. The face of the future. The most controversial and discussed element is the front end. The massive kidney grills, now iconic glow-illuminated surrounds, serve as the centerpiece. Because an electric motor doesn't require the same cooling as a V12, these grills are largely closed off, acting as a housing for a sophisticated array of radar and ultrasonic sensors hidden behind the plastic. Flanking the grille is the split headlight design. The upper eye consists of Swarovski crystal elements that serve as daytime running lights and turn signals, refracting light in a way that looks like jewelry rather than automotive lighting. The actual high and low beams are tucked away in a darkened lower housing, invisible until they are switched on. This four-eyed face is the new signature for BMW's luxury class, distinguishing the i7 from the rest of the fleet. Engineering the silent powerhouse, powertrain and battery. The 2026 i7 utilizes BMW's 5th-generation eDrive technology. Unlike many competitors who use permanent magnet motors that rely heavily on rare earth metals, BMW uses electrically excited synchronous motors. This allows for better efficiency at high speeds and a more sustainable supply chain. The 3 tiers of performance. i7 eDrive 50. The entry point to the flagship experience. This rear-wheel drive variant focuses on efficiency and grace. With roughly 449 horsepower, it provides the classic push of a rear-drive luxury car, reaching 60 miles per hour in a respectable 5.3 seconds. i7 xDrive 60, the volume leader. Utilizing 2 motors for all-wheel drive, it produces 536 horsepower and 549 pound-feet of torque. It is the Goldilocks of the range. Plenty of power for effortless highway merging while maintaining a range of over 300 miles. i7 M70 xDrive, the performance king. This is the most powerful electric BMW ever made. With a specialized rear motor that features a 6-phase design and dual inverters, the M70 turns out 650 horsepower and up to 811 pound-feet of torque in M Sport Boost mode. It launches the 6,000-pound behemoth to 60 miles per hour in a 3.5-second rival. Battery and charging infrastructure. Underpinning every 2026 i7 is a 101.7 kilowatt-hour usable lithium-ion battery pack. BMW has optimized the cell chemistry for 2026 to ensure flatter charging curves. DC fast charging. The i7 can peak at 195 kilowatts. While not the highest in the industry, its ability to maintain high speeds for longer means you can add 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes. Thermal management. A sophisticated heat pump comes standard, scavenging waste heat from the motors to warm the cabin and preconditioning a battery for optimal charging speeds even in freezing winters. The interior. A sanctuary of high-tech and high-touch. Stepping inside the i7 is like entering a high-end boutique hotel. The interaction bar is the standout feature, a faceted crystalline structure that stretches across the dashboard. It isn't just decoration, it houses touch-sensitive controls for the climate system and changes color based on driving modes, incoming calls, or even the My Mode settings. The BMW Curved Display and iDrive 9. The dashboard is dominated by a single piece of curved glass housing 2 screens, a 12.3-inch information cluster, and a 14.9-inch control display. For 2026, the system runs iDrive 9, which moves towards a zero-layer philosophy. Most functions are accessible directly on the home screen without diving into submenus, and the voice recognition, BMW's intelligent personal assistant, can now handle complex multi-step commands like lower the rear blinds and find me a 5-star Italian restaurant near my destination. The theater on wheels. The true wow factor of the i7 is the 31.3-inch 8K theater screen. At the touch of a button in the rear door panels, the screen hinges down from the ceiling, the side and rear blinds close, and the glass roof dims. This transforms the backseat into a private cinema. With integrated Amazon Fire TV and a 36-speaker Bowers & Wilkins Diamond surround sound system, which includes shakers in the seats for 4D bass, the i7 provides an entertainment experience that no other luxury car can currently match. Dynamics, the magic carpet ride. Despite its weight, the 2026 i7 handles with a precision that is uniquely BMW. This is achieved through several key technologies. Standard 2-axle air suspension. The car constantly monitors road conditions and adjusts the damping at each wheel in milliseconds. Integral active steering. The rear wheels can turn up to 3.5 degrees. At low speeds, they turn opposite to the front wheels to reduce the turning circle, essential for parking a 17-foot car. At high speeds, they turn in the same direction to improve stability during lane changes. Active roll stabilization. Using 48-volt electric motors, the car can actively counter body roll in corners, keeping the cabin level and the passengers undisturbed. The 2026 context. Level 3 autonomy. By 2026, the i7 features BMW's most advanced driver assistance suite. In specific regions and under certain conditions, the car offers Level 3 autonomous driving. This allows the driver to take their hands off the wheel and eyes off the road on pre-mapped highways at speeds up to 85 miles. The car manages following distance, lane centering, and even lane changes, monitoring the driver via an infrared camera to ensure they can take over if the system reaches its limit. Conclusion: the ultimate electric driving machine. The 2026 BMW i7 succeeds because it doesn't try to be a spaceship. It tries to be a 7 Series that happens to be electric. It retains the gravitas, the material quality, and the hewn from a single block of granite feel that has defined BMW flagships for decades. While competitors focus on aerodynamic efficiency above all else, the i7 focuses on the experience of the human beings inside. It is a car that functions as an office, a cinema, and a getaway vehicle all at once. In the transition to electrification, BMW has proved that the soul of a flagship isn't found in the combustion of fuel, but in the effortless delivery of luxury.